All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about the Los Angeles freaking Chargers in today's video. I'm coming in with a chip on my shoulder because I don't know why this team is not being talked about. I really just don't understand it. It's probably because of the losses right before that bye week, and then they took down the Denver Broncos 23-16. I like the Broncos. Sorry, Chargers fans. Don't let that scoreboard fool you. That game was not close at any point in that football game. They were up 23-0 heading into that fourth quarter, and I do have not offensive concerns with the Chargers or fourth quarter concerns with the Chargers, but I'm still waiting for a full complete fourth quarter football game from this team. But once again, folks, zoom out here. The best defense, they're giving up 13 freaking points per game. I get it. They're the 30th ranked scoring offense in the NFL, but let me check my notes. I still have Justin Herbert as my starting quarterback. 48 hours from now, you guys are taking on the Arizona Cardinals in primetime Monday night fashion, and it's going to be a blowout. It's just going to be a blowout, and I really want Harbaugh and this Chargers team to fully unleash Justin Herbert, because the slack, the discredit he's getting right now, it's very weird to me. Folks, the Chargers are the number one scoring defense in the NFL. They are the number 6 total defense in the NFL. They are the second best defense as far as opponents' third and out percentage goes. This defensive transformation from last year to this year needs to be talked about. And we're going to talk about this team. Welcome back to the channel. Obviously, we're talking about Los Angeles Chargers in today's video. Hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL videos. We haven't made a Chargers video in way too long. That's on me. If we could try and get this one to 250 likes, folks, that would mean the absolute world to me. just give their schedule a brief look over. You got the Cardinals this upcoming Monday. Then you've got the Saints with no Derek Carr. Then you've got the Browns. Then you have the Tennessee Titans. Then you got the Bengals. I do think the Bengals probably by week 11 will be a good team. But my point is, this Chargers team to me is winning 10 games. They're winning 10 games this season. What they did, I know it was one full week ago and the Broncos have already played a football game. They just won their first game on the road against the Denver Broncos in 5 years. That's a crazy statistic. One thing that really popped out to me with this Chargers team is, to this point in time, through the first 6 weeks of the season, the Chargers have had pretty much a top 10 strength of schedule in the National Football League. Their strength of schedule remaining is 24th in the NFL. 24th in the NFL. This team is about to make big time strides, and they just posted their best offensive performance of the year, putting up 350 total yards of offense. Justin Herbert threw the ball 34 times. His previous high on the season was week 4 against the Kansas City Chiefs. He finished with 237 yards of passing yards, by far his most on the season. Passed for his season high literally on the first half alone last weekend against Denver. He even handled the Broncos blitz very well. And real quick, because you saw it against the Saints on Thursday night, and I get it, it's the Saints. Derek Carr is injured. They had no Chris Olave. They had no Shaheed. I get it. It's a very banged up Saints team. Folks, this Broncos team's legit. They're 4-3. They're 4-3. This is a 4-3 Denver Broncos team with a rookie QB. I don't care how a divisional game goes, but the first 3 quarters, it wasn't close. That Broncos defense, I'm sorry to my Chargers fans watching this video because I'm more of an NFL guy in general. It's a top 10 defense. It's not even close to top 10. It's more closer to top 5 in my opinion. But he handled that Broncos blitz defense very well 1 week ago. The Denver defense blitzed Justin Herbert on over 60% of his dropbacks. He completed 12 of 22 of those attempts for 117 yards, a touchdown, and a huge throw, earning a 72 passing grade. We also saw J.K. Dobbins finish with 98 total rushing yards. The offense in the first half dominated everything. They held the ball for 21 of 30 available minutes. They took a 20-0 lead into halftime, and they kept the defense kept the Broncos off of the scoreboard until the fourth quarter. And the final score is 23-16. And I get it, it's not perfect. The Chargers, for example, have not scored a fourth quarter touchdown since week 1. That needs to change, and it needs to change on Monday night against Arizona. But the point still stands. This defense is unbelievable. They're giving up 13.2 points per game. And so I saw this thing on Bleacher Report, and it just makes me feel very funny because I hadn't covered the Chargers. That I've only been doing this for a little over 2 years, but I hadn't made too many Chargers videos because last year was Staley. Obviously, didn't make too many. So I'm like, learning this team this season more so with Harbaugh and Justin Herbert and all these studs, J.K., all these studs. And I'm thinking to myself, I've got you drafted Joe Alt, best tackle, the best rookie tackle in the NFL by far, right? And to me, the way I view Harbaugh on this Chargers team is it's more of a 2-year stretch, right? Everybody and their mother were expecting the Chargers to draft some type of wide receiver or even like a guy like Brock Bowers in their first round of the draft, top 10 pick. Let's go wide receiver. Let's, bulk up. Let's give Justin Herbert a clear wide receiver 1 or a clear tight end 1. And they draft Joe Alt. And if you've been watching these Chargers games, you know what I'm talking about. Joe Alt's been a superstar, or he's at least been a stud trending towards superstar. And so I know personally that this year is a little bit of an experimental thing. They've got the defense, they've got the run game, they're dominating the line of scrimmage, but we've still really yet to see Justin Herbert uncorked. So I was reading this article on Bleacher Report, and they were giving their take on all 32 teams in the NFL, and here's what they had to say about this Chargers team. Justin Herbert finally went over 200 yards for the first time this season. He still only has 1 multi-touchdown game. He's been the epitome of good, not great. I think we've seen him at his best, and that may not be good enough to bring the Chargers the success they desire. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about? The Chargers, for the first time in Justin Herbert's NFL career, have a competent, capable, game-changing running back number 1. And his name happens to be J.K. Dobbins. 25 carries, 96 yards, and a touchdown. I don't get this hate with the Chargers team. You're 3-2. 48 hours from now, you're easily, in my opinion, going to be 4-2. And then you got a bunch of, cupcake football games. It does get a little bit difficult because you got the Chiefs one more time. I think you got the Ravens. There's some difficult games in between, towards I would say 5 to 6 weeks from the time of this recording. The Chargers can be just fine. They're going to be just fine. And I have this weird take in the NFL right now that people don't appreciate wins anymore. I just don't get it. The Chargers won 23-16, but there's always a but. But they gave up 16 points in the fourth quarter. So how good is this Harbaugh Chargers team? And I'm thinking you can say that as much as you want because this Harbaugh Chargers team is about to win 10 games this season. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button. If you guys want more Chargers videos, let me know down below. But give me a final score prediction for Monday night's game against Arizona down below. Peace. Sounded weird. Peace.